tried to pet Ashru, the little puffball ran away. Someone's not getting their dried fish today.
Hope these all work. Hello, Kimiko, and welcome back. Okay, we already did all of these.
Come on, let's hit the town. I'll show you something.
Oh. Changing the live stream settings very briefly. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Everything's back up. I can see the chat, and welcome back, Kimiko. How are your rats doing? Minza ate and is sleeping in your arms right now. A little baby rat. How old is Minza the oldest rat of all of your rats? All right. We start moving really slow when we go that way. The dude's trying to pass through some sort of gate. That's the paper man. A Long Day in the Mountains, Chapter 2.
Long day indeed.
Decay! New life! Get back!
Weak spot is exposed. Dex can take temporary control over them.
Silence!
Sorry about the,
Ow, ow, ow.
oh my god.
Smash and grab.
Oh my god, my mouse, please. Hold on. I might need to get a new mouse soon. The Unbroken Sea.
Here I go. Yeah.
Stay your hand.
Oh.
I never leave empty-handed.
Justice is blindsided. An oversight on my part.
So Blade has 120 crit rate. You think that's enough, Troy? No. Get more. Get 200%. So that way, when you crit so hard that you crit 2 times instead of 1. I forget which game it was, but there was a game mechanic with, like, red criticals or something like that, where, like, after you got 100% chance to crit, if you were above 100%, it would roll a chance to, like, do a super crit. Which was interesting.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
That's being in battle. Outside of combat, he's 74%. Well, why would you need to crit outside of combat, though?
Let's roll. Gotta steer clear of other people.
Okay. getting faster at this. %200 crit rate. That's literally NCIA's mission. It is. Oh. All I have to do is just do charged attacks with Neuvilette. Because he just floats right over it. That's hilarious. You know, this kind of reminds me of the Cenobites. The way that they have everybody caged and cataloged. Well, but the thing that doesn't make sense is they have things like random plants, and boars, and either lesser or non-sentient beings. Kimiko's proud of her top 11%. Oh no, top 4% Eula. Watch Dex be the one who's gonna betray you all along.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it.
You want more crit damage, but Anaxa is wearing the good wind boost orb. Oh, no. We're going to be forced with the fight with the Traveler. Alright, let's make sure his stats are good. Oh, we're not leveling up his talents. I'll eat some food to give myself an advantage before I go in there. There we go. There we go. I'm not even paying attention to dodging properly. I think I'm supposed to be, but I'm not. Daydreamer said that Anaxa lasted a long time against power creep. That's good.
That says Acheron.
Oh, Acheron. What did I say?
You said Anaxa, which is
my bad.
very, very off.
My bad. I had to dodge at the same time, okay, so. Acheron. Acheron is the one that looked like Raiden Shogun, isn't it?
Her name is Raiden, so, you know, there's that.
Oh, interesting.
Raiden Main.
Is her name Acheron Raiden? Or is it just...
No, it's Raiden Bolsamori May. Acheron is just the name she goes by.
Oh, okay.
It's like the Archons, but their Archon name, but they go by a different name when they're being casual.
Just like the dude Painon.
Sure.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing
That
these
sure
items
was
into
so
your
quick
possession.
and just short that it tells me you've had to deal with a lot of stress. I'm sorry for what you had to go through when it comes to Painon. And Lindsay's like, yeah, you sure did say an accent. Neither one of those are remotely close. I'm dealing with you. Wow. At least Anaxa wouldn't be nearly as mean as that. Mr. Rage Baiter. What do you mean, Mr. Rage Baiter? I just wasn't paying attention properly. I was also very poorly dodging because I kept looking down trying to read the chat and then looking away. We should start calling you Flins. Why? Is it because my jokes are so flat? Or is it my eloquent and daintless as well as pedantic selection of words? Because his English voice actor is a master rage baiter. Don't call me Tainari then. Lindsay says he's hilarious. Alright. Off topic, but Daydreamer says that she loves Naze, Al-Haytham's end voice actor. He's so funny.
It's Nazi.
Nazi. I thought it was Naze. My bad. Okay, we gotta play with the Tanuki. We got the Traveler again. Better food up just in case. Wow, they actually gave me a little bit of energy. Naze made a ukulele apology to Ben, and it was hilarious.
It's Nazi.
Oh, right, Nazi. Damn. I thought I keep thinking that it's Naze. Alright, Nazi.
Guys. You probably don't realize, but Nazi means naked in my language. You've been so hilarious just talking about it.
Nazi Yahoda.
It's a plural, so it's naked people.
So, would it be just Naz for singular? So, Naz Yahoda for
No, that's a little bit
strawberries.
more complicated regular word, so.
Oh. This looks pretty. We always learn all sorts of words from Artie's language randomly.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it.
Oh, I saw an enemy.
The abyss is burning! Shit! Let the mighty be humble! Settle down!
This new area will give us a lot of Primogems for that Clorand banner. Artie, which character were you pulling again?
I want to get Nicole, preferably doing her first banner, but I'm also thinking if I should get Linnea, have a chance of having enough. I'll log them out. And what about you?
Nobody. For now.
Did you want to Lama or somebody?
Yeah, I used to want Lauma, but then Escoffier showed up, so...
I mean, we can still pull in her banner.
Depends on what 4 stars are there, then. I'd have to say.
Cool.
Go! Water jet! Water jet!
Oh, Artie's Daydreamer, she said that she was talking to her brother, she wasn't paying attention, and she dropped it, picked up her phone, and she accidentally hit the temple button. Oh no!
Whoa.
It was a Noel, which you were deeply disappointed over. Dang. This is version Luna 6.5 or something like that, right?
I'm not sure. Probably.
Oh, I liked the quest that you were doing right now, Artie. That one I found to be really fun.
I was thinking that you might have, because it has a horror theme,
Draw
which I
near.
guess is your preference.
It was more that the quest was
Silence.
like lots of moving around, you know, like you could do things instead of it being just
Receive the world
like standing
beyond.
still, just
So
clicking
marks the beginning of your
the
fall.
text boxes for like, you know, 20 or 30 minutes at a time.
Mm.
I liked that we could move around and do stuff.
And it's mysterious, but it would have been nicer if there was more combat, probably.
Yeah.
Be sanctified. Divine flames pierce all that is mutable. Devouring claw.
Oof! Heads up! You're out!
All illusions shall be shattered. My master.
Hand it over!
Settle down. Thunder! Excision required. Judgment. Excision required. Divine retribution. Silence. All worlds shall fall in an instant.
I felt that same way about Faruzan recently. I got a purple from the standard banner and it was Faruzan. I was very disappointed. Hey Daydreamer, did it spend the wishes on the limited banner or did it spend them on the standard banner? Like, which banner did it happen on? Limited banner? Okay, well at least you also get to keep your pity too. So that's a good thing. It wasn't the standard banner.
Property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
It's a Linnea. Doesn't transfer to the Chronicle banner. It doesn't, but silver linings, positive thinking. I would be annoyed too if that happened, so sorry for that. That was a very unfortunate accident. But it's at least a good thing that it didn't like waste your 5-star drop. Excuse me. You gonna get another serpent spine? For who? It was for Razor and someone else you can't remember. Everyone is sharing Navia's serpent spine. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I really hope that all of that was not just a hallucination. Okay, I think we completed the quest. Nice. Very nice. We did it. You can sit inside the statue's hands. Okay, I think co-op is finally opened up in the area, so that's good. I seriously don't know what happened to your large craft scissors. Did the dog get a hold of them? Maybe they're in the living room.
Are these edible?
80% exploration. I've collected the Primogems.
Hurry up, Brassa! Heads up!
There's a gigantic painting just floating here.
Hurry up, Brassa! Kapow!
Settle down. Hey! Stay away from me!
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
Look out below!
Can I see your beta build, Troy? Yeah, sure. I have a weapon with plenty of energy recharge. If it wasn't for me using this sword, I would be using a Favonius sword. Or something similar for energy. But I have the ultimate Overlord's Mega Magic Sword. Because lots of attack and energy. Honestly, should probably switch with Sayu. Really. Because all of that extra attack with Sayu will actually lead to some healing. Maybe I should. Is the crafted one from Inazuma okay? Is that the one that gives elemental mastery? What's the main stat on that? Energy recharge. The Nagamasa. Energy recharge, claymore, elemental skill damage. Well, right. So the Nagamasa is good if yeah, I'd say the Nagamasa is good if you I don't know, because the thing is, if your elemental energy is full first, like, you'd want to burst first and then use the skill. So, I mean, yeah, it could be a great weapon on Beto. And apparently people use it quite a bit, which is great. So, I mean, yeah, that could work. The Inazuma one could work. Yeah. It's level 80 and you stuck it on her. Yeah, you can make that weapon work. That can work for Beto. It does give her the energy. It's just, you have to be careful to use your elemental burst first, then use your elemental skill. And for my build, I have Energy Recharge Sand, Electro Goblet, Critical Circlet. Here's my overall statistics. And I have 4 pieces of Emblem of Severed Fate. You've never used her before? She's decent. She's a shielder at the same time of providing electro damage to any character that uses both normal or charged attacks. So Beto can actually be a shielder for Neuvilette, especially if she has the first constellation, which is nice. Because she works with charged attacks. She can be good in, like, electro taser teams and stuff, too. She's C6? Oh, well then... Yeah, she reduces the electro resistance of opponents. Yeah, the Stormbreaker's arc can jump to 2 additional targets. So you got multi-target, you've got shielding. So if you had HP substats on Beto, that's not bad. You should just look at my Akasha profile. Oh, that's okay. Some of my characters were very gently updated. But no, that's fine. I can show it to you. No skin off my back to do that. But yeah, Emblem of Severed Fate, Energy Recharge Sand, Electro Goblet. Trying to build everyone so you have lots of questions. You go ahead and ask. Fremine, what's he wearing? Fremine. Fremine, he has this. Do you just want to look through my characters and give feedback? Yeah, I could. But when I'm doing this, it's possible that for you to be able to, like, take screenshots and stuff as well. And then there's also, obviously, my Akasha as well. Because there's a lot. Okay, well, get some way of, like, recording that information or something.
The tides beckon. Silence!
Let the record show that I verbally consent to...
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, for Fremine, yeah, I've got Snow-Tombed Star Silver for his physical damage. That's a weapon you gotta get from a quest. And we have 4 pieces of Pale Flame because he spams his elemental skill a lot. You could also use 2-piece physical damage, 2-piece physical damage from Bloodstained Chivalry if you have leftover pieces from when you farmed Noblesse. And I have attack, physical damage, and critical rate because since he's got a 4-star weapon it's pretty hard to get crit rate for. That I went with the crit rate circlet. You have a good 4-piece of Bloodstained. You could do 2 pieces of Bloodstained and 2 pieces of Pale Flame, or 2-piece Bloodstained and then 2-piece attack. Like, if I show you his most used sets, yeah, like Pale Flame. Blizzard Strayer's just a thing, but not really. Fremine does like so little cryo damage. But then you got 2-piece physical, 2-piece physical. So you could do like 2-piece physical, 2-piece attack, or you could do 4 pieces of Gladiator. You don't have any Pale Flame? That's okay. Pale Flame does come from when you're getting Tenacity of the Millilith from like characters like Layla or Zhongli and all of those. Or even Dea. And I know you have characters where you want Tenacity of the Millilith.
Let's roll. Gotta steer clear of other people.
You farmed for all of them?
Silence! Thunder!
Headbutt! Smash down! Yeah!
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So,
Here I go! Finders keepers!
Beauregard says he doesn't have enough tenacity. You'll get some soon enough.
Let's roll.
The pieces I get don't have enough energy, says Beauregard.
It's like opening a gift.
Honestly, Beauregard, my advice with that is just tap out, brother. Just tap out. If you have to just use an energy recharge sand, just do it. It will... Yes, your shield will be slightly thinner with whatever character. Noblesse for Dory. Does that sound okay? Yes. As a matter of fact, Dory, you can throw on a lot of sets. I have on Ocean Hued Clam on Dory right now. Like, you can use all sorts of things. But Noblesse is literally one of her #1 usages. So, yeah. Noblesse is excellent. That's one of the #1 things that people use. Some people have Emblem of Severed Fate for the energy. Some people run 2-piece energy, 2-piece HP. Like, literally any healer set works on Dory. Me, I'm probably going to switch Dory to 4 pieces of Instructor because Instructor Dory just sounds awesome. Faruzan doesn't create a shield, though. Blue Dog, why are you using Tenacity of the Millilith on Faruzan? Why? It triggers very often? But it says when an elemental skill hits opponents. And this is her elemental burst that happens off you. Her elemental skill is literally just... Oh, okay. I didn't know that Farazan's burst counted as a skill hit.
Need the help of an elder, huh?
Well, I learned something new today. Farazan deploys a dazzling polyhedron. While polyhedron hits, triangular path. Whirlwind releases a whirlwind pulse. Whirlwind pulse applies Vividus Wind's Veil, decreasing enemies' animal resistance, while the whirlwind pulse prayerful winds benefits to all nearby party members. Really? So, like...
Too late for regrets.
Do you mean people do this with Farazan? To get a 3-second buff?
We'll see about that.
I mean, that's enough for me to get, like, one swing in. But, yeah, her ult is like Fischl's. Does it say that somewhere, though? Manifest Gate. While Manifest Gate, Farazan's next fully charged shot will consume this state and become a hurricane arrow, contains high pressure currents. This arrow deals animal damage based off the damage of a fully charged aimed shot from normal attack Parthian shot. Pressurized collapse. The hurricane arrow will apply a pressurized collapsed effect to the opponent or character hit. This effect will be removed after a short delay, creating a vortex that pulls nearby opponents in. If the hurricane arrow does not hit an opponent or character, it will create a pressurized collapse. At its point of impact, the vortex is considered elemental skill damage. But where... Are you saying it's like the burst? When I use the elemental burst like this, this triggers Tenacity of the Millilith?
Here, it's the Constellation 6.
Oh! Okay. Characters affected by just winds of secret ways. Prayerful winds have 40% increased crit damage. When the active character deals damage while affected by prayerful winds benefit, they will apply pressurized collapse. Oh, okay. Thank you, Artie. I was reading through and I was like, where? She's C6? Wow. Yeah, Farazan was on Durin's banner, I think. I'm not sure. Thank you so much for that, Artie. I was genuinely confused. I was like, where? But it's a constellation. I'm not used to Sigi playing as Columbina. Yeah, you got C100 Farazan. Yeah, I got about 100 Farazan constellations. Thank you for that, Artie. Like, thank you so much for that. Yeah. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so this effect can be triggered once every 3 seconds. Okay, so only at C6. That explains a lot. I think I'll keep Emblem of Severed Fate for Farazan for now. I always wondered why people did Tenacity of the Millilith. But yeah, if you're not C6, just build Emblem of Severed Fate, just to get the energy and stuff. Noblesse works great too. Yeah, Noblesse as well. Noblesse, Emblem of Severed Fate, and if you have any problems with energy, the Emblem of Severed Fate helps a lot. And if you really want a degenerate build, then you could go 2-piece energy, 2-piece energy. If you're desperate to do anything for energy, and you really need it, you could do that. That being said, like Faruzan, she's always in like a party with 2 or 3 Animo characters, so I don't think she's gonna be that starved for energy ever. She's not gonna be like Farina and Escoffier. She's kind of like the Nilu of Animo damage. Artie, could you ever see yourself getting C6 Nilu?
Yeah, probably C6 go around.
Every 1,000 points of HP, Nilu's crit rate and crit damage increase? Ho 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 ho. What does it say the max is? 30 and 60%. How much health would you need for that?
$50,000. It's not that much.
Oh, okay.
She's going to have more. But at that point, you're probably going to play her as a vaporized character. But, I mean, I guess she needs some kind of Sumer buff.
Oh, right. Daydreamer wanted a review. Okay. You know, Daydreamer, you do have the membership thing. You can ask for more than 2, you know that, right? You're thinking about it? Okay. Miro, did you change your Skirk build? Asks. 50k HP is not hard to build on Nilu. No, it definitely doesn't seem like it, because Artie's at like 73,000.
Yeah. It's doable even if you don't have HP weapon. But now there is one you can have, so...
If you were to do Vaporize with Nilu, what weapon would you like to use?
I guess probably her signature would still be great. But then you'd just go for crits on your artifacts, and maybe you get skill damage.
Or like 2 pieces of Golden Troop?
Maybe Golden Boot and something.
Got work for me.
Because it like her constellations make me wonder, like, if like Vaporize and stuff is that could be cool in a whole, but I still think about like if it would be possible to do a really strong Bloom team, because you know the lunar blooms can crit, so maybe Nilu
Yeah,
can
that
crit.
makes more sense. Yep. I mean, I don't know, for the Bloom it's still on to max HP. So if you just have 30 crit rate and 60 crit damage, it's just more worth it to get Allow Masamahida's constellation instead.
That would make sense. It's just I know that you're getting the free Nilu constellations over time, so I wondered how that would influence like your team building, since you built the best blooms out of everybody that I know. You and Daydreamer both like build lots of bloom, and I have no
Really?
bloom. Yeah, Daydreamer's favorite element is Dendro.
But I mean, you're talking Hyper Bloom, right?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Well, all versions of Bloom. I haven't seen anybody built an extremely dedicated Burgeon yet, but I've seen Hyper Bloom because of Huki. But not Burgeon yet, so
They're waiting for some dedicated version character.
that would be awesome. Okay, let's add this. Put it up. Okay, you wanted Chevrus and Daydreamer wanted Chevrus and who else? Noelle. Okay. Let's look at Noelle first, because I just finished building my Noelle. Alright, I like the choice of weapon. White Blind, very good. You're getting your normal attacks up. Elemental skills are getting leveled up, so it's at like 5. So you have triple 5s, okay. She's got C6, that's awesome. Defense, geo damage, critical. Okay, so Daydreamer, me personally, when I use Noelle in the Imaginarium Theater, she has like a great start with her burst. A great start. But then after that, she is literally gassed. Completely empty. The tank hits 0 and she does not produce any energy whatsoever. I have gotten my energy recharge up to like 200%. Your defense is like double what mine is. But in the Imaginarium Theater, which is where I use Noelle the most often, the fact that she doesn't produce any elemental energy on her own, I literally consider just giving her the Favonius Greatsword, just so she could produce energy. I ended up not doing that because she's still using Serpent Spine. But I switched to an energy recharge sand, and just got energy recharge substats and stuff everywhere. You could use an energy weapon, maybe on top of that. Again, I mean, I know the Favonius Greatsword. You're tired of hearing that word. But energy weapon and energy sand together with lots of energy substats, like I ignored everything else. I honestly would say try putting an energy recharge sand on her. I know that Akasha is saying all of this shit, but it's assuming that she's gonna be in like a Geo team where she's getting a lot of stuff. Imagine how starved for energy Farina would be if Farina didn't produce any hydro particles and she was the solo hydro on the team. She would never get her elemental burst. She'd get 1 at the very start because she starts with full energy, and then that's it. Nothing else. Empty. So if you want to fight for longer than 15 seconds with Noelle, please, you should really consider an energy recharge sand. Please. Other than that, this is fine. If she's got somebody else to feed her a shit ton of energy, but in the case of the Imaginarium Theater, you're just kind of using what you have. You don't really have optimal teams or anything like that. You know, Goro's not going to be around. Even if he was, you might be saving him for some reason. And then Yunjin, she's just as energy hungry as Noelle is. But at least Yunjin produces particles. So, like, push come to shove, I would say drop the White Blind and get a literal Favonius Greatsword. I know that sounds a little bit weird because White Blind is such a great weapon for her. But after you use her a couple times and you have literally no energy left, that's it. That's what I say about Noelle. It's really bad. The Akasha is misleading for the theater. Up to this day, this very day, until I pushed my Noelle's energy to like 200%, I'd literally only get 1 elemental burst the entire fight. And Silversong wants to show off his Linnea. That's good. Chevrus. So, yeah, I would say the Noelle is like super danger of energy. Extreme starvation, man. Like extreme starvation. So before you commit too much to the white blind, just be aware of that. Keep it in your mind, please. I don't care how, also, when it comes to substats, I don't care how ugly any of the rest of your stats are with Noelle. If this flower is perfect, this feather, perfect, because it's got energy. Sand, I would say an energy main stat, and then just energy on the circlet. I don't care whether you got crit damage or crit rate, energy. And Noelle is worth farming for. She's worth spending resin on. Since I'm suggesting a main stat change to the sand, and a critical rate circlet with energy would be amazing. Alright, but everything else about your Noelle is really, really good. Okay, Chevrus. Black Tassel, I love that weapon. It's very good. HP Sand, HP Goblet, HP Circlet, very good. This Chevrus is A+ material. You even got your elemental skill to 7, so you can heal really nicely. And you've got the burst leveled up for when you need to use it, but you won't need to for majority of battles. You even got a lot of energy on the circlet, which is nice. I know she's on Songs of Days Past, so you won't normally use our elemental burst. But there are some boss mechanics where you need to, like, hit the boss a certain number of times. Like that, boss. The set is good? The set is perfect. Yes. Set is perfect. Weapon is perfect. You got the skills leveled up. Chevrus is leveled up to 80. And 40,000 HP is her goal, but you don't need substats to reach that, and your sand isn't even leveled up. So once your sand levels up, then that's even better. And again, you have a lot of energy here too, which is really good because even though you don't use the burst with Chevrus, the few bosses where there's a mechanic about like hitting them a lot, Chevrus can help a lot with that. Tenebris Papilla, to name one of them, or that overload boss where you need to apply a shit ton of pyro to it. All sorts of stuff. So this is great. This is an A+ Chevrus. She's got everything she needs. Perfect. I have no criticisms for her. She's really good. You should be proud of that Chevrus. That's a really, really good Chevrus. Alright, let's show off Silver Song's Linnea. And by the way, Daydreamer, I'm not kidding you. The leaderboard is very, very, like, skewed with Noelle. Like, you need way more energy than that. That does not reflect the reality of, like, what happens with Noelle. I guess you didn't see my message above about the add-ons? Oh. My bad. Can I add Chongyun and Kirara? Yes. Yes, you can. I did not see that message, Daydreamer. I'm sorry about that. I didn't delete your thing because I remembered that you said you were making up your mind about different characters. But just to show his Linnea. 2,500 defense. God damn. 85% critical rate. And 230% crit damage. Jesus Christ. This is one of those Linneas that's going to drop like 20 million damage. Defense Sand, Defense Goblet, Crit Circlet. Amazing. How do you use Xinyan? Oh, okay. Let me answer that question right now. Of how I built my own Xinyan. I'm building my Xinyan this way with plans of her eventually being Constellation 2. And for her to be helpful, even in the theater. So I gave her the White Blind Claymore because I want to increase her defense. Yours is C2. Perfect. So, Daydreamer, remember how you said you didn't have any Tenacity of the Millilith pieces? I built her on 4 pieces of Tenacity of the Millilith. Because, when we look at her talents, she gives extra physical damage. So, if I'm using Razor or Fremine, so any theater where we have Pyro and Electro, or Pyro and Cryo, there's a chance that Xingyan can pair up with Fremine or Razor. And that's nice. You have to farm Tenacity now. That's okay, because you said you needed Pale Flame pieces, right? So the Pale Flame pieces can go to Fremine. And you can have 2-piece physical damage and 2-piece... So this actually works out. Tenacity and Pale Flame are both in the same domain. So it actually works out. Now you got 2 characters that can use the same bits. And yeah, the Constellation 2, the physical damage 100 crit rate, that's not what I was focused on. What I was focused on is giving her that level 3 Rave shield so that she becomes a Pyro shielder, applies Pyro from off-field, which normally that sucks, but in the Imaginarium Theater, off-field Pyro is really valuable, and if you want to save Shungling, because Shungling is really strong off-field Pyro, if you want to save your Durin, she can get the job done while also helping survive. And I built her up on defense because her shielding strength scales off of defense. So I don't want her shield to crack very easily. And I went pure defense. Defense Sand, defense Goblet, defense Circlet, and, I mean, defense Flower and Feather. I got what little energy substats that I could because her energy, she's going to need quite a bit of it. But she has a 15-second cooldown, but she produces a decent amount of elemental energy. And again, because she does off-field Pyro, she produces quite a lot. So being around like 180 or 200% has actually felt good with her. So she can actually be a decent contributor in the Imaginarium Theater. Her off-field Pyro doesn't sabotage somebody doing physical damage nearly as much, because it's about just triggering the blessings and giving an attack bonus. So there's my Xingyan build. So that White Blind that you have with Noelle, it won't go to waste if you decide to give that to Xingyan and give her, like, give Noelle some sort of energy recharge weapon, a Favonius Claymore or whatever the hell, anything that can just give her more energy for Noelle. Because it just, like, that party that's suggested in Akasha where they say, oh, like 130% or something is enough. That's 130% energy in a party where they're saying it's 4 Geo characters, which is insane to me, is that you still need that much energy when you got 4 Geo characters, and you're the on-fielder too. Sacrificial or Favonius? For Noelle, I would say Favonius. Also, for Xingyan, if you don't want to use the White Blind for Xingyan, the Sacrificial Greatsword helps a lot, because you can hit multiple times, and if you don't get that rave from that rave bonus from hitting multiple enemies, you can get it. You could try a second time, you know, or it just produces more energy or whatever. So Sacrificial Greatsword or White Blind for Xingyan. This is support Xingyan. She's just a Pyro shielder that just does tenacity and triggers blessings, and that's all you need from her. You don't need nothing else. But yeah, Favonius sword, a great sword on your Noelle would definitely give her the energy that she needs, probably without having to change the build too much. Because I cannot stress enough that Noelle she doesn't produce particles, so she's just starved. She has nothing. Alright, back into the Akasha. Off topic, is 4-piece Noblesse okay on Candace? It can be, but I will show you the usage rates, Daydreamer. Candace is here. And Artie, you can ask Artie about Candace if you want alternative builds for assisting with Bloom, because Artie built. She's purely for the theater. Well, if that's the case, you can give her a Favonius Lance, or you can give her the Black Tassel. I gave her Favonius Lance because, again, when I'm building mass amounts of characters, I focus on one thing, and that's the energy. Trying to get enough. I wish I could have more with her. And I went 2-piece HP, 2-piece HP, because her buffs scale off of HP. So you don't even need to have 4-piece. You just need health. You can also go 2-piece HP, 2-piece energy. So the Tenacity of the Millilith set pieces that you're farming, you could do 2 pieces of that. You could do 2 pieces of energy recharge of Emblem of Severed Fate, but Emblem of Severed Fate isn't the only energy recharge set now, Daydreamer. So, you know, there's the 2 pieces of Silken Moon Serenade could be 2 pieces of energy. So that's all Candace wants is 2 pieces sets. So, you know, energy, HP, and or just double HP. You could even do double energy if you want to be spicy. She's 122 without a fully leveled Favonius Spear. That's good. Granted, my critical rate is pretty high with Candace too, so she's 44%. So I rolled a lot of crits. But yeah, that's all you need. That is it. HP and energy. But anyways, to your Chongyun reviews, and it was Chongyun and Kirara. Okay. Chongyun. Akumaru? Holy shit. Elemental burst damage of this equipping characters increased. Ah. Okay, so Chongyun. 4 pieces of Blizzard Strayer is Chongyun being more of a main DPS kind of character, which that can work. I personally built my own Chongyun with 4 pieces of Noblesse, and I gave him the Sacrificial Greatsword, so that way he could, you know, give the on-fielder that buff, and he can trigger a small amount of off-field cryo when his elemental skill runs out, or obviously giving somebody an infusion. So I did, and then the Noblesse is really nice because when you got his second constellation, he reduces the cooldowns of everybody. So you do have his constellations. You got all 6 of them. Holy shit. That's nice. Yeah, so him having his second constellation is really nice in the theater as well. Reducing the cooldowns for your whole team means everybody can produce more energy because they can have more skills and stuff. And also, Noblesse has like a 12-second duration, or maybe it's 10 seconds. And when Chongyun reduces his cooldown, it gets reduced to 10 seconds. So he can have like perfect uptime with Noblesse, which is really nice. And his energy cost is extremely low. It's at 40. So I use either Sacrificial Sword or Favonius Swords on him. Either one. And 4 pieces of Noblesse. This Blizzard Strayer thing, I've let go of Blizzard Strayer. I've stopped using it. Because I don't have somebody like Ayaka, and I don't use it on Kaya anymore because I changed Kaya to Emblem of Severed Fate. Purely because in the theater, you have so many elements always constantly present. You'll swap Kaya's artifacts with his? Okay. Yeah, it's literally because in the theater, you just have so many elements all the time. Just random elements that you don't really get much value out of this Blizzard Strayer 4-piece set bonus. You just get 2-piece. And it's not even on characters like Ayaka, where she could apply enough cryo to force the 4-piece to take advantage on her own. So, yeah, that's my own issue. But yeah, I would say Sacrificial Sword would be good for your Chongyun. it would help out a lot. Maybe you'll dump Blizzard entirely and farm more Emblem. Yeah, that's honestly what I ended up doing. Is Blizzard Strayer is a really, really good artifact set for characters like Ayaka and stuff. But for sub-DPS characters, like, when we have an Imaginarium Theater with Pyro, Cryo, Animo, like, the Blizzard Strayer 4-piece just doesn't happen. Even when we have Cryo, Hydro, Geo, and that was one of the theaters recently. The Geo, because you want to trigger the Geo blessings, you just get Cryo crystallized. They just keep taking the element off. You can't take advantage of it. Not with the off-field characters, anyways. Okay, so that was Noelle and Chongyun. Alright, that's it. Did we get everything? And did I miss anybody? Kirara. I did miss Kirara. Kirara! You have the build that I used to use, Daydreamer. And honestly, you could probably give this to Candace. You could just hand this right over to her. I see, what? Some energy right there, some energy there. HP there. Energy and HP there. Yeah, you could straight up give this to Candace. Because with Kirara, I had her on two-piece, and then I realized that, like, all Kirara is doing is shielding. She's not really helping contribute to the aggression and damage that you want to output. Also, I love the fact that you have Dockhand's assistant. That's good. It's HP sword for Kirara. It's very good, very helpful. And it gives her energy, which is also really good. Well, it only gives her energy when she gets healed, but that's fine. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You have Kirara's 4th constellation, I believe. And this is what really, like, helps Kirara a lot. If you had something like Deepwood Memories 4-piece or Instructor 4-piece, those can be really helpful for Kirara. There's also obviously stuff like Silken Moon Serenade, but that's like way too specific for the theater, which I know that you're probably building characters for it. So in my opinion, I would say using something like 4 pieces of Deepwood Memories or 4 pieces of Instructor would just be better for your Kirara. And I know that Instructor is really short duration. It's only 8 seconds. But there hasn't, other than when we had that theater of Dendro and Cryo, and then I forget what the last element was. Like, the Instructor is going to be useful to all elements. Like, if you have Dendro Electro, Dendro, and your main DPS is not a Dendro character, like, that would be really helpful. And there's so many characters that use 4 pieces of Deepwood Memories anyways. Knowing that you have so many Dendro characters, you probably got, like, Yao Yao, yeah, you've got Kale. And I'm willing to bet your Yao Yao is on Deepwood Memories. She is. I see the 4-piece right there. You literally have them all. Yeah, exactly. So, in this case, if you were playing in the theater, it would make you be able to choose differently. Like, it wouldn't feel like Kirara and Yao Yao contribute the same exact thing, right? And Kirara, with her Elemental Burst, is able to contribute pretty often with the coordinated attacks. So yeah, I honestly feel like you can gear up Candace with this and just slap your Instructor pieces on Kirara. Just go full HP, so that, and then have a 5-star HP flower. And don't worry about instructor substats at all. I know, again, that it is really short duration, but right here it says it triggers this coordinated attack. I swapped Kirara and Candace and gave Kitty Girl instructor. There you go. And make sure the flower is a 5-star piece. So Kirara can actually competently trigger this. So even if you get Kirara gets stuck in a theater of like Dendro Pyro or whatever, that 120 elemental mastery to the full group is great. You always want to mix a ton of elements. Not an HP percentage piece? No, because the base HP of the 5-star flower is going to give you more HP than modifying a percentage of HP that you don't have, basically. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. That's how I have my Kirara. No, you don't understand? Well, right here. 4,700 HP versus 3,500. So it's 1,200 more HP. So if we did this, she's at what? 35k HP. And I have Serenity's Call. And I'll show you. I'll just look. Serenity's Call, 35k HP. Okay, so I'm going to switch, and my flower is going to be 4-star now, right? $31k HP. And I'm going to put a 5-star goblet on, right? And it's going to be the main stat. It's going to be HP, so we'll take Yao Yao's HP. 33,000. I had 35,000 when my flower was HP, but I got 33,000 now. Does that make sense? So you have more health. If you need health, the flower is the best piece to make a 5-star. Because the flower gives you your health. That's where it comes from. And now I gotta find my flower again. Oh, there it is. Granted, there is a little bit of bias because my flower has 21% HP. I don't have 4 constellations yet on my Kirara. But even then, I still feel the influence of it because when the cardamom, a little bit biased, he says. I don't know how much HP the instructor flower had. Probably not as much. I just know that having more HP in the first place to deal with is better. But you know what? Honestly, Daydreamer, don't sweat it. It's only a small amount of HP. Don't sweat your ass off trying to make the flower just be your off piece. Just do whatever comes naturally. Don't tear yourself apart fighting for those pieces. Is Gilded Dreams okay on Kale? I would say not really, Daydreamer. I would say Kale really, really wants Deepwood Memories. Like, absolutely wants Deepwood Memories. You can use it, but it might feel very ugly. You might not be very happy.
Settle down.
Yeah. Deepwood Memories, just like Yao Yao.
This is burning.
And for Kale, Daydreamer, I will say that an energy recharge sand is not a bad thing. I have an attack sand, but that's because I got like ridiculously farmed substats. Oh wait, no, I got like 21% energy. Never mind. But I have a Favonius Warbow, and I've got 180% energy. So, if you want, you can. But I used Energy Recharge Bow, because using Kale's Elemental Burst is super important. And her first constellation does give extra energy recharge when she's off field. So I am at like 200% energy. But you would not need any substats at all if you used an energy recharge sand and you had a energy recharge bow. And I mean, it's pretty likely you have her first constellation. I'm pretty sure you do. Then, your energy situation is settled. I have attack, dendro damage, and critical rate circlet.
That I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Running late again. Heads up! Ooh.
Alrighty, the only characters that don't have equipment are Xingyan, Kujo Sara, Amber, Yanfei, and Fremine. You might have some Widsiths laying around. Do you need weapons and stuff for each of them characters? No? Okay. Or rather, I'm not. You just artifacts. Okay. Crimson Witch of Flames is great on Yanfei. So I think I heard like a little bit ago that you were wondering about Crimson Witch for somebody or like some sort of leftover pieces or something. Yanfei loves that. And Kujo Sara loves Emblem of Severed Fate. And if you need to see any of these, I can just show you my builds. You can strongbox Crimson Witch of Flames. Okay. Thanks for that help. You're welcome. I went through this too, Daydreamer, when I had to learn how to build everybody. And I learned that just focusing as hard as possible on just energy recharge saved so much stress. I wasn't worried about nothing but literally just energy. For most characters.
So shiny. Hurry up, Grassa.
If you need any help farming the Stygian Onslaught in order to make it faster, let me know. What's a good second bow option for Yehoda? Auroron is wearing the rainbow. For Yehoda, literally the Favonius War Bow. Or there is another bow. If you're running out of Favonius weapons, because I know that that can be the case, the craftable Nod Cry bow gives Yehoda 61% energy recharge. So that's a thing. So the craftable bow does give a lot of energy. And it does give a bunch of elemental mastery as well. Either between 60 and 240. I have so many Favonius bows, it's fine. Okay, good, good. Yeah, give her that. Favonius bow is really good. And if you want proof, here you go. You can see the weapon usage rates. Favonius Warbow right here, one of the top 3. And then Snare Hook right here is the craftable bow that I mentioned. It gives 61% just like the Favonius does at max level. She's at 200 ER with a level 1 Favonius bow. That's good. That's good, DD. That's really good. If she has that much energy, that can afford you to be able to use Attack Sand, Attack Goblet, and either attack or heal bonus Circlet. Even more energy recharge? Should I swap to Attack Goblet? Yes. You have heal bonus Circlet? Yes, use Attack Goblet. Don't use Animo damage. Give her attack, because her healing is based off of attack. And you could deal damage with attack as well, which is nice. Artie's gonna go to bed. Good night, Artie. Sleep tight. And don't let the hilly churls bite you. Or else I will bite you.
So shiny.
Yeah, one of the reasons why you can be so aggressive about giving Yehoda so much energy, Daydreamer, is because look at her energy cost. It's like 70. You're gonna have to start doing an artifact route. You really don't want to? Well, when you start doing it, the hardest part is getting started on it. Once you start doing it, though, and you just, like, feel that benefit, that helps a lot with the exhaustion. Is like, wow, I actually feel really rewarded from that. I have some markers, but I'm so lazy I don't wanna. You just need some encouragement to do it. That's all.
Time to roll.
It's so mind-numbing. I know. I know.
Get back on track. clear of other people.
You cross that bridge when you come to it. Yeah, I didn't want to do artifact routes either, Daydreamer, but... And I know that you have, like, multiple accounts and shit, too, so... That being said, I mean, like I said, once I started doing it, that was pretty much the hardest part about it. Since you lost your 50-50, Ashwell, might as well put Silverwolf at level infinity. Oh.
Hurry up, Brassa!
Bow your head. Thunder! The abyss is burning. Shadow!
Oh my god. Frame rate, please. Oh my god, please. There we go.
Oh, it's all ours. Time to roll.
I don't think Genshin likes your dragons. Yeah, every time I use Durin, my frame rate drops massively.
Get back on track. Are these edible?
Varissa is such a comfortable character for like running around. She really is an incredible comfort character. She's definitely paid for herself. And the fact that she runs so fast when I'm doing my artifact routes every day really makes it take much less time. Oh. I was looking for the pillars, and I was like, I don't see pillars anywhere. You should really pull for Malvika. Nah. Varissa is enough. I have a full team of characters. The one thing that I don't want to do is, like, start pulling characters to where I'm just like... Gotcha. I've already got a full team of 4 stars that work really well with Oh. You would delete your Genshin account before pulling Malvika. Now, Daydreamer, hold on now. We don't have to be so drastic, okay? Let's take a deep breath. Breathe real deep inside. Sigh real good. Relax. Woosah. Put your hands together. and say namaste with me, okay? Namaste. No need to escalate that far. Okay. Relax. You still shudder at the fact that the thought that you almost pulled Malvika?
Are these edible? Hurry up, Grassa!
You lost the 50-15. It was the Emily banner, but it was still so close.
Hurry up, Grassa!
No! Give me the stuff. Why would they put a chest right here so close to the edge of the mountain, man? It would be so easy to just, like, fall. All of your stuff to just fall. And then you get sucked into a cutscene. Misclicked? No. No misclick. Ah, damn it, my mouse. Sometimes it is a little confusing where to go with some of these challenges. I like the creativity. Just, sometimes I can have a bit of pause on, like, where to go. I fought slimes for Columbina. The drop fell down the cliff, so I needed it, so I went and fetched it. Oh my god, Daydreamer. I feel your pain.
So shiny!
It was a surface chasm, so you know it fell far. Oh my god. That's horrible. I would not wish that upon my worst enemy.
Let's roll!
Okay, that's all done. Let's go back and make some offerings. Blood for the blood god. Bones for the skull throne. Oh yes, we get another standard wish. You know, Daydreamer, if only I could. Oh, now Daydreamer's finally saying she wants me to get Layla. I got a standard wish. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I need it. No, another blue. Whatever. All right, fine. We got like what, one more standard wish left here. Alright, I'm gonna explore the outermost areas first. Okay. Daydreamer's deeply pondering if she has enough yarn.
What?
I wonder if I can get on top of this tower, if there's anything up there. No, don't redo all of it. I'm actually gonna make it to the top of this tower. You don't have any backup yarn? What? Not even yarn of a different color? I need to use a food item. Ah, made it up. We're gonna climb all the way to the top. There's no reason to be up here, by the way. There's nothing up here. I've already shown that. And I've already scanned it with a compass, so I'm literally just climbing this for no reason. There is something. Memory fragments or whatever. Not this high up.
Look out below!
Alright, well. That high up? It doesn't even get picked up by the compass. I'm more than sure that there's no memory fragments over there. There's no way. You saw them yourself? Where's your receipts?
Kapow! Look out below! Look out below! Here I go! Time to roll! Hurry up, Brassa! Whoa, so shiny!
Sent it in Gotcha Games chat. Let's have a look-see. Oh, that one. Okay, yeah, that's in the very middle tower. Yeah, I believe you with that one. I remember that one. That one I couldn't get up high enough. In which case, Daydreamer, you probably need to just eat some stamina recovery. Sorry, I just sneezed. You'd probably just need to eat some, you thought I was? No, I was around here at this location. I wasn't on the same one. You blind? No, you just thought that it was the same one. But still, though, good shout out. Because if I was convinced that there was no reason to climb that high, I mean, you would have just showed me, so thank you. Thank you anyways.
Oh, it's all ours! Hurry up, Brassa!
Settle down.
I never leave.
Yahoda healing for 6k.
Grab.
Almost 7 is nice.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, Daydreamer, switch to Kirara. Yeah, I know that you probably ran out of stamina, so check this out. Get Kirara, like this. She has a talent of reduced stamina cost when climbing. Where is it? I'm pretty sure she had it somewhere. You were using Kachina. Okay, grab Kachina and Kirara at the same time and do the slow climb. Also, there's this food right here. Any food that restores stamina. So, you know, chocolate, gourmet column, delicious chocolate, milk candies or whatever. And there are foods that decrease climbing stamina consumption, and that's how you can get it. So if you want, I'm about to do it right now. I'm going to teleport back there and go get it, and then you could just mimic me. Oh, no. That's so horrible. It threw you off. I'm sorry for what you just went through. That must have been frustrating, enraging, saddening. You must have went through all of the stages of grief, so that's horrible. I would be very, very upset. You might try with Kirara, though. Yeah, Kirara might last a bit longer, since it's not Natlin or whatever. Did you... you probably already tried the slow climb as well. There it is.
Are these edible?
It's funny knowing people climb up that, not realizing there's a puzzle that takes you up to it. No. I am generally suspicious. Like, if it's a climb that takes more than space barring by climbing up, MiHoYo usually does do that, so. I'm just checking if there's any quests that appeared here. You didn't get it caught on the compass, so you didn't know there was a puzzle. Aww. There's a lot of lore here. I'm just checking for quests. Why is the ruin guard stuck outside like that? He's alive. He's not dead. That ruin guard is alive. Okay. Well, whatever. Oh my god, there's so much stuff.
Let's roll.
Oh, that's underground. Okay.
Running late again.
It's the wood.
Let's roll.
Oh! Quest. Wait. Oh no. Oh, okay. Oh. Not that way. There you go. Yeah, if you need any help, Daydream, let me know.
Let's roll.
Silence! Devouring claw!
Element for the
Excuse me. Game? Frame rate drop. Please? There we go. You specifically had fireworks over that?
Let the record show that
Daydreamer
I
says
verbally
she's doing the
consent to
artifact route.
relinquishing these items
And it's
into
good.
your possession.
Daydreamer, like I said, if you want some encouragement to do it, I can help encourage you, whatever it'll take. If you need me to just, I don't know, do one with you so you can finish the whole thing, then, you know, there we go. I can do that.
Heads up!
You're North American, though?
Devouring claw!
Well, you'd still have to collect them
None oversight.
anyways.
Settle down. Be sanctified.
Man, I don't know. It could be something as simple as, I don't know, teleporting to the same locations and walking there, and
Let the record show
Watch
that
me
I
do it.
verbally consent to relinquishing these items into
Something
your
like that.
possession.
the one that you're running up on, only grab the one that has the shield. It's the one next to the berries. Or rather, I mean, did you already memorized everything? Or no? Not really. Not yet. Okay, yeah, that's fine. If you accidentally grab cabbages and stuff, you'll slowly stop grabbing them.
Roll!
You're only doing half. Okay. Hey, whatever it takes. You start with half, eventually you'll be able to do more.
Hurry up, Brassa! Let's roll!
See stuff over here.
What?
Ooh, stuff.
Look out below!
Oh, there we go.
Okay! New life! Watch out! silence! The tides beckon.
How do you use these?
That half artifact route a day will definitely pay for your stuff, DD. You're definitely gonna be getting a very meaty amount of artifact XP. Hiccups. Sorry. Hydro. We're gonna shoot this at the Fontaine one, right? Go up. Up again. Mondstadt, Fontaine, Sumeru. Where was the Inazuma one? Nice.
How do you use these?
technically what he painted was not the starry sky. I mean, I don't think there's anything else in here. But this place does look really pretty. It reminds me of a Vincent van Gogh painting.
Running late again. Are these edible?
Ah, there we go. Oh no. Daydreamer, I found the exact thing that Blue was talking about. Is right in front of the teleporter. It's taking me directly up to that memory core. I found it right in front of this teleporter, right here. So,
Whoa.
this one right here. And it's just a thing, you just push T on it, it takes you right up there. Nice bench.
Hurry up, Brassa!
Oh. Spin crystal. The corridor of nothingness.
Time to roll! Hurry up, Brassa! Running late again.
I wondered if there was anything up here inside the corridor of nothingness, and no. There's nothing in the corridor of nothingness, so.
Hurry up, Brassa!
It's called the Corridor of Nothingness. What did you expect?
Chests? Primogems? Something! There ain't nothing here.
Hence the name.
We just get to redo that little story section, so no, I don't want to go through that again. I figured there would just be something interesting there, but no. I'm not even disappointed because I was given exactly as advertised. Alright, one more wish. This is the last standard wish that we're gonna have for a while. Give it to me! Purple, 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 purple! Oh. Blue. Alright, well, whatever. Disappointment. Go with the most used pieces, by the
My
way.
parents always say,
Oh, you're
no
already
matter
looking
how
up
busy
the
life gets,
best main
you should
stats and everything.
always sit down and enjoy a proper meal when you get hungry. What I like to do is stack my plate up high, then squash it all down,
You got a lot of pieces.
and wolf it down in one go. That way, I get to eat my fill without wasting.
Settle down. Turning point in fate.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first.
I never leave them.
I find it crazy that this thing is able to use the stairs. I'll be right back in just a second, ladies and gentlemen.
Are these edible?
That's underground. Okay. Okay, I'll be right back in just a second. Alright, there we go. Alright, we gotta go down here because this is all like underground or underneath. And we didn't finish exploring this earlier, so let's continue that. Maybe it's... Where the fuck is it? Ah, I see. What? I was so confused right there for a second. These camera angles are so confusing, dude. I'm getting it now, but the camera is being shoved into the wall in such weird ways. And also, my mouse is not turning. Why can my mouse not turn? There we go. Ah, something I haven't used in a long time. Clicking the middle mouse wheel forces center alignment of the screen.
Settle down.
Finders keepers!
Abandoned property, but
Hurry up, Grassa! Hup.
Got it. If Hydro and Pyro touch each other, then they erase each other, so I had to put the Elemental Cube in the middle.
shiny.
Oh, Stygian Onslaught. I still need that damn artifact. Hey, you know what? After all of this farming that we've done today, maybe, just maybe, maybe I might, possibly, get lucky. I'm gonna spend this last 40 resin and see if I can end the stream. I'll save some of that exploration for tomorrow, so I'll have something to do. And hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, I will get a Elemental Mastery Goblet or Circlet. So I will have my set for Toma completed. So that way I will have a set available for every 4-star character. Damn near.
A little alert. Stop right there.
Devouring claw! Stay away from me! Bow your head.
Alright, come on. Defense and defense goblet. I need it for the new set, man. Give me that. Not giving it to me. I'll strong box the piece then. It's a 1 in 200 chance to get an Elemental Mastery Goblet. Maybe, just maybe, it might be a little bit higher for a piece that's not... I don't know, I've probably gotten maybe 50 artifacts or so. Or wait, no, 1,200 resin is, what, 20 resin per artifact. That's 10 artifacts for 200 resin. Like 200 times 5 times 6. So I've gotten, what, maybe 60 artifacts? So I need to invest triple of... Oh my god. It would take so much. But then I've gotten a free artifacts, like 10 of them. So 70 artifacts? So at this point, I would have gotten maybe a 50% chance of getting one Stygian Onslaught Goblet. Jesus Christ. Alright, strong box for it. Throw all of these defense pieces in the bin. Come on. Give it to me. Nothing. Such is life. Such is life. I've spent the entire Stygian Onslaught trying to get Elemental Mastery pieces for Toma. I have walked away with nothing. HP, Elemental Mastery, and Energy. That's all I need for Toma. Oh well. Oh, we got a mail letter. You tried. Yeah, I tried. Kachina giving it her all. Impeccably organized. I wonder what this dish is made of. What's our wish count at for the Primogems? We're at 33,000 now. It's very good. 208 wishes. Very good. That's enough to pull one singular dragon. It's enough for one. Not even the signature weapon. We gotta pump those wishes up. Gotta save up to like 500. We got an extra 45 at our disposal. So we can get the signature weapon if need be. Alright, 9 more days and we shall grab and acquaint fate. Well, I got nothing, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a big, fat nothing. Ah. We've got a few more of these memory cores to find, which is cool. But we'll save some of that. Vipulya Chamber. We're gonna explore that later, and then the rest of the Pillar Hall Central Zone. We got everything over in Luyang Academy. And the Desert Pavilion. So, got a little bit more of that to go later on. What's our exploration percentage saying it's at for this? 92. They're saying that all of that is only 8%. Okay. If you say so. Stygian Onslaught. Still got 27 days to do this. There were people that asked for help in the Stygian Onslaught to me. And I told them today was the stream when I was doing stuff, but they didn't want to... Nobody contacted me about that. So, I mean... Whatever. Alright, it's time to end the stream. Good night, everybody. Sleep tight. You too, Blue Regard. And you too, Daydreamer. Boo. Boo to you too, Daydreamer. Boo boo.